Hey my beautiful Cancer peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Sam from CancerMoonsTarot and welcome in here to your December 2023 tarot reading. How are you? Hope you guys are doing well. I do want to mention before we start, if you're interested in a personal reading, you can check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. It's going to be the first link in the description below if you want to book me there. But without a further ado here, Team Cancer, let's see what's going on here for our Crab Gang coming on up in December 2023. Wishing you all a very happy holidays. Hope it's going to be well for everybody. Definitely do enjoy the time with your friends, your family members, your loved ones. If you get to catch a snow day, stay in, relax, chill. Those are always fun. I used to love those a lot when I was a kid. Considering into my adult years, I've worked from home, so technically a snow day is still a work day for me, but it's nice though. To relax and to catch up on some much needed rest if it's needed, right? So really do enjoy your month here, guys. But let's see what's up. Let's get about one more shuffle and a little more, and we'll see what's going on. What do we got showing up here for Cancer? Rolling into December 2023. Starting out with the overall energy, the Five of Swords. You have your blade and your weapon drawn, is what I'm seeing here for the start. This is self-defense, standing up for yourself, because it's needed at this time. Having a look at the current energy, Knight of Wands, what you're dealing with, Nine of Wands, and then looking at the outcome, Nine of Pentacles. Oh yeah, Cancer. Getting your motivation back, getting your voice back, I'm hearing from many of you, which is fantastic. If you have felt like it's been hard to communicate your truth, if you have felt like it's been difficult to tell people how you feel, to fend for yourself, to stand up for yourself, there's a very powerful shift this month where you feel like you've gotten your voice back. Now, Cancer, I want to mention here too, with that Five of Swords, the energy being activated here coming into December 2023 is that of the throat chakra. So I see that becoming here a very, very big theme moving throughout your month. If you found yourself maybe previously last month or maybe even into the beginning of this month, feeling like you've been having complications in speaking, maybe you're finding yourself stuttering, you're finding your throat always feeling kind of funky, scratchy, all things of that nature. It could be physical manifestation symptoms of your throat chakra not being in the perfect alignment. It could be misaligned, mistuned, could be overtuned, could be undertuned. So if you found yourself in this physical manifestation of having any sort of throat issues, like I said, that can be due to the nature of your throat chakra not being in alignment. And I think it has a lot to do here, Cancer, with the feeling of, I can't speak up for myself, or I can't speak my truth, or I can't voice my opinion. You felt restricted within being able to communicate. And that's what's changing here very drastically and dramatically coming into the month here right off the bat. So we see here with the Five of Swords, we also see here with the Knight of Wands, something shifting and changing. The Knight of Wands is about moving in a new direction, and the Five of Wands is about, once again, fending for yourself, standing up for yourself, speaking your truth. You're not letting anybody kind of lay it down on you, Cancer. This is going to be a month here where you really get out what you need to say. All right, now we have here the Nine of Wands as well showing up for you. The Nine of Wands, that is the energy right there of restriction. You're feeling very hesitant, you're worried. I think that's the energy you've been in. That's what you've dealt with. For those of you that are dealing with a romantic situation with somebody, maybe you felt very restricted in telling your partner how you feel. Maybe you felt very limited in communicating to family. Maybe you have felt very restricted in the workplace. However this applies to you, it can apply in many different areas and walks of life. But I think many of you have felt just so limited in what you can say, what your truth is, in your own self-expression, and that's what's majorly changing as we step into December. Looking at the outcome here, Nine of Pentacles, which I love. This is the energy of getting your mojo back, your confidence back. Many of you may even notice you're speaking with confidence, especially if you haven't felt that way for quite some time. I know for me personally, speaking with confidence was not a natural born gift for me. It was definitely something that was learned, trained, reinforced. So I get that sense here for Cancers, like not only are you finding your voice again as you come into this month, but you're finding that confidence again to speak with confidence, to elude yourself with confidence, Cancer, as you continue to thrive throughout this month, which I love. Now, there's another message trying to come through. This isn't just about getting your voice back in the retrospect of standing up for yourself or communicating how you truly feel. I feel like this is about getting motivation back, believing in yourself, speaking these positive and lovely thoughts, and allowing yourself to express good things. Cancer, if the past previous months have been you feeling in a very negative place, or if you've been in a negative place and you've been reinforcing negativity using your throat chakra, using those throat muscles, using your voice box to speak, if you've been saying negative things about yourself or saying, I doubt I'm going to succeed, or I doubt that I'm good enough, whatever the case may be, this is a month where that's getting rewired as well. We're breaking away here from the negative self-talk and bringing back the positive reinforcement and the positive communication to yourself and what you put out there into the universe. So that's another thing I think worth noting coming into this month, which is very, very powerful. Okay, so we are off to a good start here. Team Cancer, really liking how this is coming in for you so far, okay? Now let's see what the challenge is. What's showing up here in Cancer's challenge position for the month of December 2023. What do we got? We got here the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is a card about being in recluse. It typically represents, kind of like hermit mode represents, holding back and pulling back. The Four of Pentacles is the same thing. You know, you're holding on to your comfort, you're holding on to your comfort zone, but the moment that something feels beyond your comfort zone and uncomfortable in general, I think that's where you've had difficulties really seeing yourself thrive. Now, if you've been in a space where you're comfortable, maybe not telling somebody how you feel, maybe if you're a Cancer who's been emotionally shut down or withdrawn and you've become kind of accustomed to that, you know, it would feel awkward to speak your truth. It would feel awkward to tell somebody how you feel. You know, if you have been kind of comfortably just in a period of time of the energy of hesitancy rather than the energy of expression, you know, you may find yourself that it's a bit of a challenge to express yourself here this month. But the one thing that I love so much about the challenge position in my reading spreads is that the challenge position is a challenge for sure, but it's something you're overcoming this month. So for any Cancers that are finding it difficult to connect with this Five of Swords and connect with this Nine of Pentacles, if you resonate with this reading, you're overcoming that energy, okay? You're overcoming the challenge here. You're not going to be held back, but instead, you're going to be incredibly expressive going forward throughout the rest of this month. So you will reach the Nine of Pentacles here. So the challenge is irrelevant, but I like to see what was going on in the beginning and what's transforming and what's changing, okay? So Cancerians, we are looking at a month here where you are standing up for yourself. You found your voice again. You're speaking your truth. You know, you feel more motivated. We're kicking away negative self-talk. We're embracing really good ways of viewing yourself. We're embracing a positive perception, positive self-talk. It's looking pretty damn good. But where did this all come from? Where was this kind of spark, I guess, that has come in for Cancer? Let's take a look here at that. So what really triggered Cancer to get out of this energy of feeling so held back and brought forth expression? Three of Wands coming out, the energy of stagnancy. We also have here the Two of Cups, the energy of reconnection. You know, I think that you have felt so detached from yourself for so long. This could also be the energy of feeling so lost for so long, but there's something special about December because you have found your way back to yourself. What I would call the Three of Wands is I would call the Three of Wands autopilot, Cancer. Maybe you feel like you've been living your life on autopilot, where every day has been pretty much the same shit, but a different day. And you haven't really been tapping into your awareness much. You've kind of just been doing the same old routine. And even if you haven't been inherently happy with it, I don't feel like you've been taking the charge here to create the change. So you felt very stagnant. You kind of fell into a comfortable place with how life was, even though life wasn't fulfilling. And a lot of people often ask, they're like, well, how is anybody comfortable in a place they don't like? You'd be surprised at how many people right now are incredibly comfortable with their lives that they're also not satisfied with. So I feel like that's where you were, Cancer. But coming into December, and once again, I'm not sure necessarily what's triggering it. I kind of just feel like it's the energy where it's kind of like it was only a matter of time before you felt this need of inspiration to reconnect with yourself, because every energy we sit in is always going to be temporary. No energy we sit in is going to last forever. So if you're a Cancer and you've been comfortable in an environment that makes you unhappy, inevitably, it'll become uncomfortable for you. You'll recognize, I was comfortable with this previously, but now I'm uncomfortable with it in general. And, you know, something's got to give. It's time to change out of this energy of unfulfillment, this environment of unfulfillment, and it's time to do something about it. And that is what I feel will spark you into reconnecting with yourself and getting out of autopilot and starting to tap back into your awareness. Okay, if I don't like how my life's going here, what can I do to start changing it? So that's what I would say the spark is, and that's what I would say is where the spark is coming from. All right, moving on here forward. This is what we have so far for your main situation. Let's have a look and see what you can expect, though, throughout the rest of December. So what can Cancerian expect throughout the rest of December 2023? Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. First card out is going to be the Page of Wands. Taking a look here at the next card, we have here the Magician, and we also have here the Six of Wands. Great, guys. And we have here the Three of Swords. And I actually feel like the Three of Swords is positive, and I'll explain why in just a moment. So Page of Wands showing up here to the Magician. Page of Wands is a great card. It's typically like the little brother, if you will, to the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands in the tarot represents new beginnings, passion, excitement. And I feel like one thing that you're going to notice is changing moving into your month is that you're starting to feel like a level of excitement, a sense of excitement that maybe you haven't felt in quite some time. Cancer, standing up for yourself is going to feel exciting and liberating. Speaking your truth is going to feel exciting and liberating because you don't feel so restricted anymore. Feeling like you found your voice again, feeling like you found motivation in life again is going to bring in a sense of excitement because I'm no longer comfortable in an environment that I hate, but I'm excited to make some changes in my life. And I'm excited to stand up for myself and know that I deserve better. And I'm going to fight for the best that I can be and that I can have and that I can create in my life. And that's going to bring a whirlwind of excitement here with the Page of Wands. Magician card, you're showing up to the plate. Hey, at the end of the day, nobody else is going to change my life but me, so I might as well show up for myself and be the person who makes those changes accordingly. So you are also activating the realization that you're the only person that's going to make your life whatever it may turn out to be. You have that power. You have that option. And I think that by recognizing this, you're ready here to get to work, Cancer, which looks quite lovely. And speaking of getting to work, Six of Wands, I do feel that not only are you on a good path, but you're on a path to success here, Cancer. You know, I had a message in the daily reading yesterday when I was doing the live stream for everybody, and there was a channeling that came in for Cancer that was touching base on how if you've been a Cancer who's been in a very stagnated energy for many months, maybe many years, maybe a very long time, and you have felt like it's been so hard to break out of this unfulfillment, this stagnation, it feels like things are always creating resistance. What I feel like many of you are finding, not only even in this month, but for the next couple months to come, is that you are feeling reconnected to your power in a way that you haven't felt in a very long time. So you're on a path set up for success here, Cancer, because you're reconnecting to your voice. You're reconnecting to your power. You're reconnecting to your self-expression. All these things that were previously really turned off and not paid attention to. These were things that weren't up here, they were down here. When somebody doesn't feel like they have their voice, then they're not going to feel like they have their power. When somebody doesn't feel like they have the freedom to express themselves, then they don't feel like they get to be themselves. You see what I'm saying? So you're really resparking the power within, and that's going to put you on a really positive timeline. Now, and also in regards to what to expect, Three of Swords coming in here for you. Three of Swords in the tarot can represent heartbreak, it can represent pain, but it also is a card that just genuinely represents detachment, like the things I need to separate myself from. And I think that's more the alley we're going down here, Cancer, with that Three of Swords. So in terms of what you can expect, you definitely can expect here to detach from certain things at this time in your life that are not serving you. Taking a look here at the Three of Swords, Page of Swords first and foremost, the energy of hesitation. Hesitation doesn't serve you, Cancer. You're learning to become more sure of yourself this month. You're learning to become more trusting within yourself, which is great. So therefore, one thing you're removing is the energy of hesitation. Following up with that Three of Swords, we got here the Knight of Cups. Now, Cancer, when we don't feel like we have our power, when we don't feel like we have our voice, when we don't feel like we're being heard, when we feel very pushed back or kind of shut down or submissive even, Cancer, in our lives, we can tend to allow other people to kind of push us in certain directions. We can tend to kind of just do what's going to make everybody else happy here. And I think that that's an energy that some of you may have been in for quite some time. Maybe you've been in that energy where it's like, well, even though this is what I want for my life, this person wants me to do this for them, so I'm just going to make everybody else happy and, not really prioritize myself all that much. I think that that's, exactly what's changing here with the Knight of Cups showing up here to the Three of Swords. What are you separating yourself from? Casting aside what you want. You're separating yourself from putting yourself last, Cancer, because this is the time, guys, where you deserve to put yourself first. You deserve to be a priority. And I think you're very much so recognizing this coming into December 2023. I deserve to be prioritized. I deserve to be loved. I deserve to do what's going to make me happy just as much as everybody else, because everybody else that you've made important in the past, you're just as important as them. And that's a massive realization coming in here too. And typically, guys, when we do tend to put ourselves last, it usually does come from the preface of not originally feeling enough within ourselves or feeling worthy enough in general. It usually comes from a place where we put ourselves last because we don't think we deserve as much as maybe the next person. But remember how I said, not only are you finding your power again this month or finding your voice, if you've had negative self-perceptions and you have put negative self-perceptions out there, what's changing is you're starting to take away that negative self-talk and really reinforce the positive self-talk this month as well, which and how that's going to affect you is it's going to affect the way you view yourself. It's going to affect the way that you deem if you're worthy or unworthy. And you're going to start to notice that moving throughout December, you're adopting a more worthy mentality. You're recognizing, I deserve good things. I am a good person. I deserve love in my life. I deserve amazing things. I deserve happiness. So with that switch happening there too, guys, you're not in this energy where it's like, oh, I'm going to put myself last all the time and put everybody first. It's like, no, I get to be put first here too. So you'll see that changing here as well. Now, moving along here forward, Cancer, this is what I have here for the main situation so far. We're already like about, I think, 17 minutes in, so we've got a lot of information on this main situation, but let's get on into the rest of the read, okay? So what I'm going to do here now, Cancer, is I'm going to take a look here at your career and your love life as well as your personal life, so let's see what's going on in those areas. Now, having a look here at career for Cancer, what's coming up here for Cancerian regarding their career in the month of December 2023, what do we got showing up here for you? We have here a Five of Pentacles, we have here a Temperance, and we have here a Chariot. Whoa. I do want to mention, Cancer, some of y'all might be getting your money up for sure. Five of Pentacles can represent the feeling of financial unabundance, if that's a way to put it. If you've been experiencing lack in finances, there can be something coming in balancing everything out, and you can be looking at a future where we're starting to increase our finances. So this could be potentially a new job coming in for you. You're getting excited for that. This can be the energy, Cancerian, as well, of switching what you're doing currently. So if those of you are not, how do I want to put this together? For some Cancers, you might have been making money, but it wasn't enough for you to suffice, so a new job can be coming in. For other groups of Cancers, this could be about increasing the money you're getting with the current job you already have. So maybe you're going for a different position this month, or maybe you're starting to do your job differently, For example, for those of you that are in sales, sales have a lot of heaviness kind of relying on you in the format that you have to be the person to sell whatever it is you're selling. And in the previous months, if you weren't doing good sales, moving into the month here of December, you might be learning on how to become a better salesperson, how to bring better energy to the team, how to be able to sell more properly. So you might be starting to notice a change in your financial situation because there was a change in you. Okay, yeah, that's a big one, by the way, guys, especially for anybody who has their own business or anybody who wants to sell things in life. A lot of it doesn't really have to be about the product, but it is about the connection to the person who's selling the product and the energy that they bring to the table. So something very important here to note. Either way, though, guys, I think in a general and genuine standpoint for this month, when we're looking at career for Cancers, many of you here seem to be increasing finances. That can be due to a new job, or maybe a new position coming in for you, or maybe your brand new attitude you've adopted has found you in a space where you're making more money. I will say, guys, the more that we become abundant within, is the more that everything externally in our lives begins to become abundant as well. Now, money is not internal. Money is very much so external, right? So the more we can feel abundant in here, the more that has to reflect in our exterior reality. So I do want to say that as well, with the Five of Pentacles showing up here with that Temperance, you could be moving out of lack with everything you're dealing with externally, because on the inside, you've become abundant. So the more abundant you become in here, the more it kind of pushes and pans out into your exterior world, okay? Very wonderful, Cancer. I like that. Moving on here forward, let's hop into love. I want to take a look here at single Cancers first. So what do we got showing up here for single Cancerian? Coming into the month here of December 2023, what's going on here for my single Cancers? We got here a Justice card, a Queen of Swords, and we have here a Six of Swords coming out as well. I will say with the Justice here, Cancer, you could be connecting with a Libra for a few of you, but you also have here this Justice paired with this Queen of Swords, okay? So for single Cancers, I'm kind of getting the feeling here that you feel more balanced, remaining single, being single at this time. I think that moving into the month of December, if you are a single Cancer, chances are you're staying single by choice. And I feel like that has a lot to do with the fact that you're working on your own future right now. This is about wanting to become your greatest version, create and live your best life first, before you end up getting involved in partnerships. One big thing I do tend to preach a lot on this channel is that when you focus on becoming your greatest version, when you focus on living your best life, you always manifest and attract your best partner. And a lot of that has to do with the energy of you being your best self. When you are your best self, you are always going to attract the best things. And that also includes romantic partnerships. So Cancers, for those of you that are single, I think that it's definitely a month where you're remaining to continue to work on yourself, continue to work on your future, because you want to become the best version of yourself that you can be. And I'm here to say that that is going to be a benefit to you when it comes to love, inevitably, because when you end up attracting a partner, if you're on your best timeline, if you're your best person, you will attract your best lover. So definitely looking pretty damn good there. Sorry about that, Cancer. I ended up having a phone call. But with that all being said, moving on in here to the coupled Cancers. Let's see what's going on here for you. What do we got showing up here for Cancer couples? Coming on in here to the month of December 2023. What's going on here for our lover Cancers? Moving on into this month. Starting out here with the first card, Wheel of Fortune. Having a look here at the next card, Six of Pentacles, which is great. And then lastly for you, Ten of Wands here, accompanied with a Three of Pentacles. This is massive, guys. So first and foremost, I do want to address Ten of Wands showing up here, Three of Pentacles showing up here. This feels like overcoming things that have weighed very heavy on the relationship. If there have been burdens in your romantic relationship, Cancer, whether those burdens are internal, such as the actual relationship itself, or whether they've been external, such as life's challenges, maybe financial challenges, or maybe family has been creating challenges for the relationship as well, you guys are learning how to work together to work through these challenges to get to the point where there is a resolvement showing up here instead of a problem being reinforced. So I think that what's showing up for Cancer couples is that it's not about reinforcing problems, it's about finding solutions and resolving everything. And I think you're going to get to a point here with your partner this month where all that tends to work out very favorably for the both of you. Six of Pentacles, getting on the same page with each other. That's what it's all about. So I think you and your person are very much so getting on the same page. Wheel of Fortune coming out represents it's also a fortuitous time. So there's a lot of fortunate events I feel that are going to take place this month here for Cancers that are in romantic relationships. Not only are you figuring things out, getting on the same page, creating a lot more of a healthy environment with each other, but this is about taking a look at the genuine future, I feel, and recognizing this is the person I want and this is the direction we're going to keep going. There is a chance here for some Cancerian couples this month that an engagement may be happening, or this could be about you've already had your engagement. You could be planning your marriage and getting everything together. So yeah, very exciting stuff. But the Wheel of Fortune here is representing that this is a cycle that's remaining to continue. I feel like as you guys have figured things out here moving into the month, you're also growing incredibly stronger with one another for the foreseeable future. So Cancer couples over here are definitely looking quite fantastic, okay? Now moving on forward into what's going on with you, Cancer, on a little bit more of a personal note, let's take a look here at that. What do we got here for Cancers? On a little bit more of a personal note, showing up here for the month of December 2023. First card out is going to be the King of Cups. Looking at the next card we have here, the Seven of Wands. And lastly, we have here the High Priestess coming into play here for you too. Yeah, Cancer, I mentioned in the beginning for the main situation that it felt like you were having an activation of reconnecting to yourself, reactivating your power, starting to feel like you could speak your truth, you found your voice again, and the King of Cups is proof of that. The King of Cups is always cool, calm, and collected. He feels that he can express his emotions as comfortably as possible, but he also knows when to not let his emotions get out of control. And I think that you have found yourself in a place emotionally where you feel so well put together moving into December. Seven of Wands showing up here for you. You've removed yourself, you've blocked yourself from the things that have affected you in such a negative way on an emotional level. Remember, on the inside, that's our feelings and emotions. That is very sacred, and that's something to be taken care of. If we can take care of ourselves emotionally and provide that emotional health first, on the external, we can start to take a look at all that stuff that needs to get healed and make much better approaches. If we're coming from a very good emotional place, then we can make really healthy decisions in our lives that are going to benefit us on both the inside and outside. So I think that where you're looking at personally, how you're feeling personally here this month, you're in a very stable place. And it's allowing you to make the right decisions here that are best going to suit you to help you live a really positive and good life. Looking at the High Priestess showing up, this is the energy also of connecting to your intuition. I feel like for many of you, rolling into this month, there is a deep spiritual awakening happening at the same time, where you're connecting to what your intuition is telling you comes next. I think a lot of you are feeling the intuitive guidance. I'm listening now to what my angels and my guides are saying. I can feel this magnetic pull and draw to where I'm supposed to go next. So I just want to point that out, Cancer. Pay very close attention to your intuition here this month. You know, if you're feeling guided, maybe to tap into a new career, explore that. Maybe there really is something there for you. If you're feeling guided towards a specific person, maybe reach out to them. There might be something there too. But I get the sense here that your intuition is definitely going to start speaking to you a lot more often as you're tapping into a much more healthier energy. And I would say listen to it at all costs, as there is guidance currently happening here for Cancers. So I feel like many of you here are definitely having some intuitive guidance come in at this time. Pay close attention to what that may be. Pay close attention to your gut feeling. Pay close attention to repetition. Pay close attention to what genuinely feels right for you. Because if you're moving in the direction of what feels right, it's always going to be right for you at the end of the day, okay? All right, though, Team Cancer, let's go ahead and take a look at your overall outcome. I know it's been a pretty long reading, everybody, so thank you for your love, support. Appreciate you guys watching if you're making it here to the end. But what's going to be the overall outcome, guys, for Cancer? What do we got? We got here the King of Wands. I like it. You feel like you're back in your power again, but also here, Cancer, you have your eyes very much set and focused on the prize. What is the prize here at the end of the day, Cancer? The prize is to be yourself, to feel in your power, to not neglect yourself, but to empower yourself and to focus on living your best life. That's where your intention and your eyes are set on, is the energy of living your best life. I've spent a lot of time on autopilot, is what you're saying, Cancer. I spent a lot of time comfy in an environment that didn't fulfill me or make me happy. And in a way, it feels like doing that was kind of wasted time. But now that I feel refreshed and reconnected and so present and in the now in my life again, I'm seriously ready to get to work here. I'm not in hibernation anymore like I might have been for the past couple months or maybe even for the past year. But I'm ready to live my life authentically and be happy with the life I'm living. And in order to do that, I need to invest into what I'm passionate about. I need to have my eyes set on what it is I desire. I need to recognize I'm worthy to have the things that I desire in my life. And I got to take action with this King of Wands and get to work. And Cancer, with that all being said, so mote it be, okay? Cancer, I love it, guys. You had a pretty damn fantastic reading here for December 2023. I love a lot of these transformative energies. Once again, I know I said it a lot, but I love that you have found your voice here, Cancer. That makes me so happy. I love that you're standing back up for yourself. You're removing yourself from negative energies. I love that you feel confident again. You're speaking with confidence. You know, everything here alludes to confidence too, guys, which is so wonderful. But either way, everybody, I just want to say I love you. I appreciate you. Shout out to my fellow Cancer gang. If you did enjoy today's video, of course, do drop a like and do drop a comment down in the comment section below. Of course, if anybody here is new, come on down and subscribe. I'd be happy to have you and welcome you here into the Soul family. If anybody would like to book a reading with me, head over to CancerMoonsTarot.com. It'll be the first link in the description. I'll be happy to book you there. But Cancer, have a happy holiday, whichever it is you're celebrating, and have a wonderful and amazing rest of your December. Much love and have yourselves a good one. Peace.